If you're wanting to create a whole Kratky Hydroponics farm, or you just want to start growing a little bit of lettuce, today I'm going to show you how to do just that by creating a Kratky method container. So let's go inside and we'll get started. Today we're going to be using the microgreens that we did in our previous video. I'm going to put it up here for you. And we're going to be taking that and moving it into a real Kratky container that we're going to turn into a nursery. Before we begin, I do have a question I want to know down in the comments. What's your favorite vegetable or fruit? Let me know. All right, let's get down to business. First, we need to set up our container for the Kratky setup. You can use any size container that you want as long as it's deep enough to hold the nutrient solution. Since we are using this as a nursery, it doesn't really have to be that big. I would say something with at least 1 gallon. So I'm using a small shoebox. It's a Sterilite shoebox, and I actually got it from Walmart. To cut the holes into the container, I actually used a hole saw bit on a drill, and I used one that's 2 inches, and that way I knew that my net cups would fit inside. Once all the holes were drilled out, then I was able to start getting my microgreens and putting them inside of the net cups. What I've done is I'm trying an experiment where I use what's called a clone collar, the black one, and you can find the net cups and the clone collars in an Amazon link down in the description. That way you know where you can get them. I also tried another experiment where I used a pool noodle. That's right, a pool noodle. So with the pool noodle, all I did is I cut about an inch width and then I cut a little bit, and that way that will hold on to the microgreens. Once I figure out whether or not that's going to work, I'll make a video on it so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I only have 3 net cups in there at the moment because I wanted an easy way for me to be able to fill the nutrients into the container. I will be making a separate video on how to do the nutrients, but for now, I use Master Blend, and the ingredients and how to actually use it, what proportions is on the bag. So there's a link down below for that as well. But I have a different way of doing it, and I will be making a completely separate video. But I basically still do the same way that it talks about on the bag. Now, it's really important when you are filling up your container, and the reason why I have 3 net cups in there is because I want to fill up my nutrients to where it just touches the bottom of the net cups. It can go above a little bit, but you don't want it to go up too high. The way that the Kratky method works is that the roots will be down into the nutrients, and part of the roots will be above the nutrients, and that actually creates what's called oxygen roots. And so we need to go and make sure that we have some room for oxygen. As the nutrients get depleted, then that's where those oxygen roots will come in, because there's going to be left with an air gap, and they need oxygen to live. Finally, I will put in the last net cup. Now, what I have done is, like I said before, is I did use the lettuce microgreens that we used before, and I also have in 2 of the holes, I have an experiment that I tried. I'm going to try it in a different way, but that's actually spinach that I grew without any soil, without any growing medium. So once I pinpoint how it works, I will make a video for that, but I'm trying with a little bit of spinach. All that's left now is for the container to either be in the sun, or you can also use a grow lamp. I'm testing one out. Right now, I'm going to kind of let these grow a little bit. I'm going to end up thinning out the lettuce and transplanting them into their very own Kratky containers. I'll definitely bring you along once I do that. I can already see some questions coming up in the comments about what about more oxygen in there, and what about circulation. So the thing with the Kratky system is that it requires no pump, no oxygen. And one of the reasons why I love it so much is that it really is a set it and forget it. I have a problem remembering to water plants, and so that's why everything I ever touched died. So that's why the Kratky method is so perfect. Well, I'm really glad that you decided to stay with me and learn how to create your own container. And let me know again in the comments, what's your favorite vegetable or fruit? If you liked the video, definitely hit the like button. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.